to GEEKCASTER. I'm Phil Geeks, and we're here live with Dayveonne Bussy.
Yeah, me guys. Yeah.
So how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Good. So you took advantage of Comic Book Day. What comics did you get? And first of all, what is Comic Book Day? And tell the people what it is about and what happens.
Well, Comic Book Day is pretty much on, if I'm not mistaken, where's the calendar? I think it's during the time of May 4th or May 5th, around that time, like a Friday or a Saturday. And you basically get free comic books, not just for free, but to indulge in reading. It's promoting education and reading and making it fundamental for young people, but also as adults.
I don't know if you use the word fundamental properly, but cool.
Fundamental.
Yeah.
I did so.
Yeah, so what comics did you pick up?
So I got Spider-Man.
Nice.
If you're into anime, ladies and gentlemen, and this you did, I'm changing my voice up.
All right.
Bardell. It's like a new comic book character from the DC universe. A new Justice League, Absolute Power, dude. And yours truly, Mad TV, for all the adults. So yeah, it's fun going to Comic Book Day, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen?
Wow, that sounds great.
But they do have some Funkos for Comic Book Day. I just didn't get it, so.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because, I got too many over here, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm about to say. All right, well, that's Comic Book Day. Isn't there like a couple comic book conventions coming up, aren't there?
AnimeCon.
But no, that AnimeCon?
NYC. Anime
yeah,
NYC.
That's,
Oh, they changed the date.
Oh. When is it now?
It is, if I'm not mistaken, Anime NYC is... Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. August 23rd to the 25th.
Now, what do you think inspired the change of date?
That's a good question. I don't know. I have no idea. Am I going? I have no idea. I have no clue.
Right. Something's fishy. Maybe they just couldn't afford to get it again? At Javits?
Maybe. Because I don't know what's going on, why they wasn't able to get it on the normal day. Because normally it comes around, what?
November. Like right after New York Comic Con. Like right after Halloween.
Right. That's kind of suspect.
Yeah.
Everything is suspect.
Well, are you going to go? You're not too sure, huh?
I'm not too sure.
All right. Well, you know what?
Those who go, I'm just going to say, enjoy.
Yeah,
tell us about your experience on the comments on our page. Just tell us what you thought about it. Or maybe you will see us. You will never know.
Well, I'd tell you one thing. If you see me there, I'm chilling. I'm not working. Oh, there. Drop it.
See, that darn Phil Geeks.
Keeping it juicy. You know what I mean?
Oh, just to let everybody know, all the people in New York that are wrestling fans, I will be in attendance at Wrestle Show, New Jersey. Repeat, I will be in attendance at Wrestle Show, New Jersey. And they have a huge lineup, a list of people of wrestlers that's going to be there.
Now what is this?
What is it about? It's pretty much a wrestling. You meet your wrestlers, autographs.
All right, so it's like a Comic-Con for wrestlers.
Yeah. Old, new, independent. With me, I'm basically going to be interviewing some of these wrestlers for a wrestling show. So.
Oh, that's cool. Now, how come you don't wrestle?
I used to. Back in the day.
And what happened?
Just a scare factor for our family members. They
thought you were gonna hurt yourself. Little Dayveonne's gonna get a boo-boo. Boo-boo.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
Even though I was a tag team champion before.
Can you look at the camera? You did that the last show. No one wants to see the side of your face. They want to see that beautiful face with those round cheeks. Yeah, there you go. Let the people know.
My round cheeks don't sell.
Yeah, that's true.
You got jokes, okay, Phil?
So now you don't watch horror films, right?
Oh, that's a lie. I just don't watch certain horror films.
Did you see the new Exorcist?
Yes.
The Exorcist Believer?
Yes.
What did you think?
No, it was okay. For my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, it didn't really push the scare factor as much like with the Possession. So that's part of the reason why I was comfortable with the film. It pretty much focused on girls being missing, but then once they found, it's like they got possessed by a spirit. Story was, it had a few shock values. I'm not gonna lie. But it wasn't as strong as the original.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about how they tied into the new one to the original? They try to make a little bridge to the original. What do you think?
It was okay. It was mediocre.
Okay.
To me.
I think I liked it as far as the bridge, but I think they could have done more because it almost seemed like the bridge was like fan service. It was like, all right, fans, I threw this at you. But you didn't really have to. Like Ellen Burst's character, which was Chris McNeil. And then they had Linda Blair playing Reagan McNeil. And I'm saying it in a way that I'm not giving it away for people, but I just feel like they did not have to be in the film.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Well, because it felt like its own separate entity.
Yeah.
Get it? Entity.
I see what you do there. That's pretty clever. Yeah. Well, I would say Lyda Jewett. I think I'm saying her name correctly. She was amazing. I mean, both of the little girls were amazing, but that girl was she killed it. She really did a great job. Actually, you know what? Both the girls. What's the other? I think it was Olivia O'Neill. Mm-hmm. Was that the other young lady? The two young ladies did a really great job, and I really felt for them because they had to make these faces and grimaces through the whole film, and their poor mouth muscles, you know?
Right.
Give it up to the kids in horror films. They work really hard.
Oh, don't get me started. Abigail. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they work really hard.
Did you see Abigail?
Yes, I did.
That's the next topic. What is your opinion about Abigail?
Yeah. But, well, you know, before we go into that, I have to... Leslie Odom, you delivered. Based on what's there, you delivered. You delivered. And I appreciate you.
Oh,
I appreciate you. And Ann Dowd. Oh, let's not sleep on Ann Dowd. She always has that convincing face. Hey, this is what's going on. I'm convincing you. She does it so well. Okay, so, let's do the transition. So, what'd you think of Abigail?
Loved it. I love that film. I could watch that film again. I love the concept. Even though it's not really an original concept because they stole it from a 1940 film, Dracula's Daughter, if I'm not mistaken. It was a really old school film.
That was gross.
Hello?
No, that was gross. Whatever you did with your nose. Also, can you move back a little bit? Your face is getting cut off. There you go. Look at that.
Oh.
Such a sharp young man. Sharp young man.
What I did with my nose?
I did something. I don't know.
I just did a snort.
Yeah, that was gross. So, would you watch it again?
Heck yeah!
All right. You know what? I did not. I thought you were talking about another film. I did not see Abigail. I will see that. Is it on cable yet? Can I stream it?
It's not on streaming or cable. I think it still has some life left in the theaters.
Well, that means it's doing really well then.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all should shame Phil Geeks.
Well, there's no story there. It's just, it's like, here's a scene, go. Like, here's a scenario, run. That's
there
lazy.
is the story.
Okay.
And it was entertaining.
I'm sure it was entertaining. Everyone loves to see a vampirist ballerina running around.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Phil Geeks we all love and learn. And we tolerate.
Yeah. Did you see Pet Sematary, the new Pet Sematary?
No, I did not see that film.
Okay, so this one's called Pet Sematary Bloodlines. And, well, one thing that I did not like, and it doesn't give anything away, I did not like the use of a truck. You know, like the truck is like, the truck driver, like this random truck is like the huge part of the cemetery, like, you know, all their films. Because, you know, it's the very first one with this truck hitting a little kid, you know. And they threw a couple, like, jump scares with a truck. Mm-hmm. And that made me mad. You're playing with me. But besides that, it was okay.
Just like Kendrick Lamar said something about the Pet Cemetery and one of his songs. Oh, speaking of Kendrick Lamar.
Wait. Before you do that, I just got to give a shout out to Jackson White, Isabella Starr LeBlanc, David Duchovny. How do you say his name? He was in a X-Files guy. All right. Henry Thomas, which played Elliot in E.T. He's in there. He did a great job. Pam Grier was like a huge, nice surprise. Didn't expect to see Pam Grier in there.
You didn't?
No. I mean, you know, when you say Pet Sematary, Bloodlines, you know, and I didn't look at the cast beforehand, and I think that's why I appreciated her popping up. It's like, oh, wow. Yeah. She always delivers. Like, she can't help but deliver.
Yeah.
I don't want to give anything away. But if you saw it, I'd be like, we'd talk about Pam Grier more, but I'll let that go. But the basic thing is, obviously the Pet Sematary, the whole series, all the films are about somebody dying, getting buried in a certain burial ground where this magical pet cemetery, this burial ground brings people back to life. And this one's cool because it goes back. It gives you the history, or at least the colonizer European part of the history of the Pet Cemetery. Yeah, so that's cool. And finally, they have some Native Americans rocking in this one, which was pretty cool. Yeah, and it takes place of the time of the draft. So this takes place way before the Pet Sematary that we've seen. So,
one last horror film, and I did watch this, and it was on Hulu. Children of the Corn, 2020 to 2020 part film.
Did I see that one? Tell me how it starts, and then I'll be like, oh, if I saw it or not.
So it starts all the way. It's like a prequel So pretty much possessed by a spirit in a dying cornfield. A 12-year-old girl in Nebraska recruits other children in her small town to go on a bloody rampage and kill all the adults and anyone who opposes her. Soon, a bright high school student who won't go along with the plan becomes the town's only hope for survival. And that's the synopsis. Overall, I really love this film. I really enjoyed it.
And this is on Hulu?
Yes.
Now, what was the plot of the very first one?
Same thing, but it's like you had one kid that's the leader that is possessed by the spirit of the cornfield to basically kill whoever doesn't follow them. Mostly adults. So with this one, it actually gave you the lore about it, and you actually see the spirit in the cornfield that comes out.
Oh, they never did that in the past ones.
Exactly. This one, it actually shows it.
Wow, that's pretty nifty. I see what they're going with it.
Like, this is a must go see.
Okay.
I would recommend it. It does give Silent Hill vibes a little bit.
Okay. All right. So you were bubbling with the Kendrick references.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're late, but guess what? It's still going because people are still playing Kendrick's song. What is your view about this beef? And who you think won, Phil, between Kendrick and Drake?
You know what? I have not listened to any of their foolishness. I think both of them are just not really significantly culturally relevant.
What?
That I need to pay attention to two little boys trying to see who could pee the farthest. You could actually record a piece of this and put that out there. This is why I say this. Drake has hits, and I respect that. He has a great career. He's made a lot of money. But that's about it. He's as relevant as Menudo, New Kids in the Block, and Beyonce, as far as I'm concerned. No cultural relevance whatsoever. Yep. Everyone can hit at me. I don't care. Okay. You know why? Because none of them move culture further. They're just like fast food. They're not like a well-cooked meal. Now, Kendrick Lamar, I think that he is, based on what's out there as far as hip-hop, yes, he's the top tier of what the machine is pushing. But the top tier is still the bottom tier of hip-hop that I grew up to love. So, I mean, it's like the best of the best is actually mediocre compared to what I know as great. Therefore, my speech is over. I just feel that they're not culturally relevant. They're not pushing the creativity where everyone wants to raise their level and go beyond. So, like, for instance, I mean, you could mention, I'm not going to do it because it's too easy, but you could mention any of the greats. And when they came out, they had other greats around them. That's what made them great, because they had to compete against great people. That's what made them great. And also, people wanted to sound like them, be like them. They pushed the genre. You know, people wanted to be better than them. But the bar is so low that who cares? Do you want to rap tomorrow? Even people that didn't want to rap wanted to rap, like Tupac, Biggie, Big Daddy Kane. People were inspired. Slick Rick. People that didn't even have talent wanted to be them. Do you want to be like Kendrick Lamar? Do you want to be like, what's his name from Canada? Drake? I'm saying. Anyway, I'm done. I see your face, but I'm kicking science.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Phil Geeks.
Yeah.
And he just dropped the bomb.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I guess you got to listen to it, because I'm going to be honest with you. Don't get me... Well, Drake put himself in this predicament. when he battled, when he asked, not even asked about, when he basically opened his mouth to Kendrick, it was like watching Goku Super Saiyan God versus Frieza at his regular form.
Mm. Mm.
That's how bad Kendrick destroyed Drake.
It was that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Did he body him?
Like Drake came back with one song. And I was like, okay, I'm feeling this. But, ladies and gentlemen, Not Like Us. Oh my God. Not Like Us.
Mm.
With that one, he bodied him.
Mm.
He bodied Drake.
Is that the one that some lyric about you gotta get you could do so many collaborations, but you still not one of us kind of a thing? He's basically playing his black card was at risk.
Yeah, and also some pedophile type comments.
Oh, because he was friends with the
He was friends with every little girl that's a celebrity. So yes, that's kind of question. Suspect.
Well, I mean, I guess that's the thing, right? You take the rumors. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but you take all the hits and then you just put it in a rhyme. I mean, that's the whole point, right? You try to find their weak points.
Oh, that one where he said you try to hit a point and it was probably A minor.
Oh.
Yeah. It's probably going to hit a point and it's probably A minor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a solid one. That's a solid one. Yeah.
What else he said? He tried to, because Drake tried to be, not Drake, Kendrick, Drake was trying to basically imitate Tupac.
Mm.
And he tried, and did Kendrick hit him with that, okay, so you're telling me, oh, this one was another one. He said, why did Michael Jackson die before Prince?
Mm.
I was like, dang.
Wait, who said that?
Kendrick.
Why would he say that?
Because he's comparing the concept of people, like certain people that's trying to think that they're great, but someone else is greater than them.
Yeah, but
in the lifespan.
I don't get the why one would die before the other though.
I don't either, but I kind of got the concept.
Mm. All right, well, I guess I'll have to. Well, I guess I gotta check that out and see what's going on over there. Yeah, I'll check it out eventually.
Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want to comment down below, please do help Phil Geeks understand this battle.
Yeah, help me understand these two little girls. You know what? I'm sure I got like rhymes in a book somewhere, when I was 4 to stand up there. Never mind.
But
you know what? Also, all jokes aside, and I know this is like GEEKCASTER, it's like sci-fi fantasy, but it's also geek culture. It's like all this attention towards these two rich guys trying to see who could pee the farthest, when they should be focusing on, do they have clean water? Where do their eggs come from? Where does their food come from? You know what I'm saying? Something like we should be talking about the election coming up, not whose rhyme. Like, who cares? And they're not the most interesting people. Come on, let's just be real. Come on, Dayveonne. Like, do you really care what either of them had for breakfast today? Or where they go shopping or who they're dating? Do you care?
Only person I care about with all that is...
Hold on. Do you care about anything that I said about those two individuals? Yes or
like no? Us?
No. Like, yes or no?
No. I'm going to say like us.
No, the reason why that's powerful is because as simple as that is, the greats, you wanted to know. You know what I mean? Like if someone said, hey, Prince ate this for breakfast. I'm gonna tell you, you wouldn't shut your ears and just no. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. You would actually listen. It wouldn't change your life, but you would care to at least listen and let the sentence play out. This is why I know. Like, I don't, it's just not, they're not the ones. They're not Neo. They're not going to save us from the Matrix. They're not going to save hip hop.
Hey.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Like, if those.
Has more chances, even though I really feel like she needs to say something. You saw that video, by the way?
No, let her.
But she could, like, I want to know what she ate for breakfast. Only because I have a feeling that her and some random rap chick, someone that we haven't even heard, is really going to take it to the next level. I just feel that Megan can do it.
Well, Megan and, what's her name? Not, Nicki Minaj is going at it.
Yeah. Again, I ignored that, but I heard. But they've been going at it for a while, no? Right.
But this time it actually going deeper than what it is. So, yeah. But I could care less about Megan. I'm sorry.
Interesting. What about who else can we mention that's relevant on the female side? What about what's her name from the Bronx?
Jenny from the Bronx?
The rapper from the Bronx. What's her name?
Cardi B?
Yeah, what about Cardi B?
Man, Cardi B's sitting down. She ain't saying nothing too much.
So pretty much it's just Nicki and Megan, right? So
Yeah,
on the top of the female.
Yeah, Cardi B is fighting with her fans.
Oh. Wow. So wait, who's the top of the hip hop chain?
On what part?
Well, we quickly could say Megan, and we could quickly say Nicki, and we could kind of say Cardi B, right? But on male wise, who's there?
I would say Kendrick.
But the numbers and the money would be Drake. Is that like the conflict?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So they each have something to gain in battling. One has like the artistic cred, allegedly, and then the other one has the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Supported by the machine. You see what I'm saying? You see how I gave both like a side eye, but fair? You see what I did right there?
But here's the other thing. There's a big three, but there's just only me. I'm the big me.
Yeah. We're going to end this show right here. We're going to keep going. So on Twitch, we're going to keep going. But if you're watching this, you'll see the other part 2 next week. Yeah. And we'll finish this pop culture conversation. And then the week after that, we'll go a deep dive because there are a lot of sequels coming out. A lot. Like a lot, to the point of this is going to be interesting. I think half of them actually might be good, but maybe not. All right, so I'll stop right there and have a good week. I'll see you next week. You're watching GEEKCASTER.